What's going on, everybody? We're up here back in Vermont. As you can see, it got cold. There's a little bit of snow. Getting a little dark, so I didn't get any footage of the camp set up, but just a simple one this time. We're up at another dispersed camping area. Another free one up here. This is up at Somerset Airfield. Got this nice camp right against the forest. A lot of animal activity. I got black bear warnings up all over. Seen a few tracks coming up from the river here among other stuff, but nice little path down here. Oh, this would have made a nice sight as well. All kinds of activity out here. Oh, there's a little fire in here. Maybe this is a site. We might move down here. Oh yeah, we got a nice bench. We got the river right there. Yeah, I think we might move camp. Okay, so I moved everything down the hill. One last thing I'm going to do is move the car over and face down towards the campsite. And the reason for that is I've got some off-road lights on top of the car here, so I'll show you in just a second, that are controlled off this fancy little remote. This comes in handy if you're away from the campsite, you can't park near your campsite, you need some light, you don't gotta run back to wherever it is to turn the light on. It's really just a convenience thing. I like in the middle of the night, if you hear something outside, you want to poke your head out, you want to see something, or if you want to potentially scare something off, you can just kick the lights on and see what's going on. So in a pinch, it's nice to have it, nice to have that on demand. The car keys are always down there with me anyway. Or, I mean, a whole lot of reasons, but it's real nice. So this is my setup. Nothing fancy. Dirt cheap too. You can get these things off Amazon for like 20 pack for 60 bucks, something like that. It's been a while since I bought them, but they're not bad at all. All right, everybody, got the new camp all set up. Much better down here. I'm glad I found this place. It's the last few times we've been out on these trips, we've gotten into the campground so late that we didn't go very far looking for sites. A lot of them are hard to find in the dark, so we missed out on some good ones. And I mean, this one was right in the backyard of the other one, so glad we decided to take a little walk and check that out. But here's what we got so far. Got this tarp up just in case it was snow or rain or anything wants to come down tonight. You never know up here towards the mountains, but getting right here by this creek back here. See if we can get back here without falling into it. We don't need to do that again. And if you guys are like me and you like to sleep to the sounds of moving water, I'm going to sleep great tonight. But right now I'm going to work on getting a fire going and yeah, hang out, warm up a little bit, and then get some dinner going here. All right, we're going to hold off on that fire. The whole getting dark at 3:30, 4 o'clock thing throws me off sometime, and we don't have enough firewood to run a fire from now until, well, time to go to bed and then in the morning for breakfast. So we're going to hold off on that, but I wanted to go over a couple things. We got a couple new gear additions to the bag. Simple stuff I've been trying to find for a while at a pretty reasonable cost. And I don't think any of the stuff I've got here and that I've shown in previous videos, none of it's come offline. This has all been bought in store. So I'm not trying to do that, it just happens to be that way. So all brick and mortar stuff, nothing from Amazon. And I've gone over a little bit of pricing, I think, in one of my other videos where we came to Vermont. But newest additions are stuff right here. So picked up a nice little headlamp, nothing special, runs off a couple AAAs, $6 at Bass Pro Shop. And this one here is what I have been looking for a while. We have a camp stove. And this little guy which so far seems to work pretty decent. I can't compare it, you know, I'm not buying any of the high-end ones, maybe down the road, but did fire it up at the house before bringing it out. It worked all right. But this little guy here, you can get at Walmart for $12.99. And I think that is going to be the best deal on a camp stove we're going to see. One of these little portable ones. And I mean, if you've done any research into these micro backpacking stoves, I mean, they get up to over 100, 150 bucks. I mean, the jet boil system is pretty convenient, it looks like, because you got the cup that attaches on top. I mean, this is just a stove. You're going to level it, make sure your food and your pans aren't too big, they're not going to fall off of it. But if it could work with a micro cook set, a nice little cook set like the one I picked up, which is also a Walmart find for $4.99, it'll do you some good. It also, right now by itself, it just pops right onto any of these fuel cans. It comes with an adapter to fit onto your green 1-pound gas cylinders. So you can use any type of fuel you can get your hands on. So, which I think is even better, because I haven't even seen adapters for the other ones that come with them. I've done some looking. I've been trying to find one for a while. Didn't want to spend a lot of money. It also comes with its own little stand that just kind of flips open, attaches to the bottom. I'll have this up and running here in a little bit. We're going to boil some water on it. This is going to be the initial test for it, and we're gonna cook some dinner over it. Boil some water, and we got some prepackaged stuff to use. So yeah. Then the last addition I've got is on the bottom here, and that's just their standard clearance item floor mat, and that is great for over here. That's just great for being by your tent. You can put it outside your tent so you're not getting snow in there, you're not getting dirt, mud, everything else in there. Put it in the tent to take your shoes off on, which is pretty much what I'm going to do with it. So yeah, just old car mat. If you're getting new car mats, you can get a big one, get a little one. It doesn't weigh anything. I don't know if it's something you'd want to take in your backpacking bag if you're going to be hiking miles. It is some extra weight, but if you don't mind it, or if it's another little convenience item. But for me, I don't like to get the tents dirty. Tents get dirty no matter what. You don't need to help it along. They're a pain, and depending on where you're going back to, it might be a pain to get cleaned out when you get there. So yeah, nice little, just the back seat section of a floor mat. That one's brand new, came in a new pack. We got some for the SUV, and it already had 2 in the back that were in good shape, so I'm using it for this. We'll see how it goes, but I think that's going to work out pretty good. Or use it as a cook mat or anything else out here where you just don't want to set your stuff in the snow. Maybe you don't have rocks or logs to put your stuff on. So, but we're going to give it a go. Alright, so curiosity and boredom got the best of me. We walked and wandered down here by the creek, and that's about as close as we're going to get to this side of it, but still a pretty good view. I mean, this is right behind the campsite, and it's freaking awesome. So maybe, shoot, 50, 100 foot in the back of the campsite. Can't beat it. It is going to be getting down to about 18 tonight, so not too terrible, but it's our first official cold weather camping of the year, and even got a little snow to go along with it. So the only time I saw snow is once I got up here in the mountains. You get out of the mountains, and we got a few flakes the other day, but that's about it. So at least we got to see a little bit of snow. On the subject of snow, a lot of gray snow clouds just rolled in, so we might be in for a little bit more tonight. So now that it's a little darker, I'll show you guys the lights I was talking about on the car. So right up there's the truck. Comes in super handy. It's a convenience item, but it's nice to have. All right, so time to get some dinner going. We're gonna test out this new stove. go. And then it just locks in like that. Very nice. Alright, let's see here. Get our burners out. Alright, well, dinner's ready. We have mountain chili. Gonna try that. I haven't used these prepackaged bags yet. Just waiting to get the stove to start that, so see how it goes. Fire going pretty good. Got my hot cocoa all done, so time to eat some dinner. Alright everybody, well, getting in here, getting situated for bed, and see how warm we stayed tonight. I'll let you know in the morning. Good morning. Well, looks like we got a little bit of snow last night. Nothing much, just a dusting, enough to cover everything up, but I'm gonna hop up, get a fire going, thaw out our water, which is frozen solid, because it's about 15 degrees, and we'll get going. Stayed pretty warm last night though. Bag's only a 20-degree bag, but wasn't too bad. Man, it's nice to be down here in the trees. There's some freak winds going on above us. Every now and then we get a breeze through here, making it kind of hard to keep the fire going, but that's all right. Got it for what we need. We got our cocoa going, so we're good. Alright, let's see if I can remember how to get out of here, because there's no cell service for the GPS. I made it back to civilization, stopped and got a hot chocolate. Like, I haven't had enough hot chocolate in the last 2 days, but hot chocolate connoisseur, maybe? We'll go with that. But I think that's going to be all for this one. I'm going to start the long trip back home. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.